Hey guys, it's Lee with Lord's Chimney again, and today's topic is we're starting to go into a new season. And I want to tell you a little story about one of our customers that happened last year, which is this time of year, winter's kind of coming to an end. We're getting temperatures in the 80s, some chilly nights. Some of our avid users, like my mother, is going to use it every time it gets below about 70. But we're starting to conclude the winter season. And this customer, we went out, we did an inspection, found a couple little things wrong that she needed to get fixed, but she said, well, right now it's not that important. We're shutting it down. Let's get it done in September, right around Labor Day. That would be perfect. But she had a couple spots that could be potential leaks, stuff like that, but put it off. So we come back in Labor Day, we inspect it again, and she's extraordinarily surprised. We kind of warned her, but it got worse. We had a wet season. She had leaks that she couldn't see, but were leaking inside of her fireplace. And magically, a couple holes are now more holes. The bricks that were fixable are now have to be replaced. So it's really important that we catch some of the problems now to stop it from getting worse. That brings on the next question, and people ask this of me all the time. How do I know? What do I do? I've covered it when we talked about winter, how to know when something's wrong. And the same thing goes in the summer, which is we talked about looking for colors. We talked about using your nose. If it smells wrong, if it smells sooty, same thing goes for the summer too, just in a different way. Obviously, you're not probably burning it unless you're my mom. So some of the smells you're going to get are you're running your air conditioning, it's pulling air down your fireplace and into your house, which is going to have, anytime it runs through that sooty, carcinogenic kind of environment, it's not going to be healthy to breathe. That can be a pressure issue. A lot of times, and this is an easy way, is just look up. Go outside and look up at your chimney. The things you will see that hint that there's something wrong is, one is stains. If you see black, mold, algae, trees growing out of your fireplace, that kind of thing, whether you see the water or not, it is way too wet. It is going to do damage long-term to your fireplace. So look up, look for colors. Also, look up, is your fireplace straight? Or are you we have lots of fireplaces here that because of foundations, because of water, because of a lot of stuff, they don't stay straight. Some of it's just construction. If your fireplace is brick and it's being supported by wood in the attic and you have leaks and the wood starts to rot, what's going to happen? It starts to lean. Starts with a little lean, becomes more and more of a lean. Pretty soon, when you have fireplaces that lean like that, the problem is they're going to come down one way or another. They're either going to come down in an organized way. With what we do, we take it down, we repair it, we put it back up so it doesn't happen to you again, stop the leaks. But if you just let it go, sometimes it can be 5 years let it go, sometimes it can be 5 months let it go, sometimes it can be days. It's coming down one way or the other. So I'd always prefer for my customers for it to come down in an orderly manner when you want it to come down, rather than, and it never happens at a good time, a windy day, some kind of a storm, something happens where it comes down. I've had it where it falls towards the house and it goes through the roof to the floor when hopefully someone's not there, or hopefully the upstairs bedroom isn't there. And I've had it fall away where it hit neighbors' cars. One time it hit the neighbor's car inside the garage. It went through the garage down to the car. So look for leans. If it's leaning, it's not right. If you drive around on freeways like I do, I'm sure all of you are looking for fireplaces as you drive around the city of Houston, just like we do. That's something that new employees laugh about all the time. It's because after you worked here for probably about a week, everywhere you go, you look at fireplaces, you're looking for problems. But you'll go by apartment complexes, stuff like that, and you'll see every one of the chimneys, whether it's brick, whether it's siding, you'll see them all start to lean. And long-term, that's not good. It means something's wrong. So if you see your fireplace lean, give us a call. We can come out. We can figure out what's going on. We can come up with a game plan. Also, if you see stains, which we covered before, call us. If you see rust stains, if the chimney at the top if the cap at the top is not straight, or you hear birds, because that's about to come too, which is chimney swifts. It's a bird that migrates through, and once they nest in your chimney, we're not allowed to touch them. The Migratory Bird Act says that we're not allowed to touch them while they're nesting. So be very, very careful with what you hear. If you hear dripping in any way, it's time to call us. If you see leaning, if you see stains, call us. We can come up with a game plan. We can figure it out. Whether we're putting Band-Aids on things, which we don't enjoy doing, but I understand sometimes it's a way to last us to when we can fix it correctly, or when we're fixing things correctly so that you don't have to worry about it ever again. We need to come up with a game plan. We need to see it. One of the things you can do, because a lot of people are worried that these repairs may be larger than you think, which sometimes they're not. Sometimes if we maintain them year to year, we can fix things while they're little and they never become big. But if it's a leaning chimney, or it's been struck by lightning, or you've had chimney fires, or there are more severe problems, we can always work out financing plans. We can always work out, we have 12 months, same as cash, where we pay your interest, we pay all that kind of stuff. So we can get this stuff done. You can pay over time, and you don't have to stay with a stinky fireplace, a fireplace that's not so healthy to breathe the air coming out of it, or one that constantly leaks and does further damage. So please call us, look at your fireplaces. Oh, one more thing. This happened this week. If your fireplace is brand new from the builder, don't assume it's perfect. Some of the most severe problems we get are brand new fireplaces less than a year old. If your fireplace is 30 years old and you've been using it over and over and over again, there can still be problems, but we know the catastrophic issues are probably taken care of where someone didn't build it correctly. We had one this week that actually stopped in an attic, so that all the smoke, everything else, and it had gas logs in it, but carbon monoxide filled up the attic. Please have new fireplaces inspected. Even if it looks new, you need to have it inspected, because if people weren't using it, like it's been there for 15 years and no one's really used it, there may be a reason for that. We run into it over and over and over again. So if you're moving into a new house, if you've never used a fireplace before, if you're not sure, call us. We can help you. We can come out. We can do an inspection. We can figure out a game plan. If you don't want to do that, go to our website, sign up for a virtual assessment, throw some pictures in there, get on a Zoom meeting with me or somebody else. We can go outside with Zoom. We can look at your fireplace. We can come up with a game plan. So we've tried to take away all the excuses. We've tried to make it as easy as possible to make everybody have the safest and possible way to use your fireplace where you're comfortable with it. I can teach you a whole lot through Zoom. So make sure, look, this time of year, don't put stuff off, because right now we're about to get into our rainy season. We're about to get into raccoons, birds, everything else. If you have those birds come every year, it is time to make sure that you get that taken care of so we don't have to deal with it anymore.